good.
It's good.
Two of the actors you saw in that clip, Sarah Greene and Killian Scott, join us now. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Thanks
Thanks
so
for
much.
having us.
Again, I always love it when Louise is already invested in a drama. When we come in to talk about things on a Monday, the first thing she says is, "Have you seen it? It's good." I mean, it's one of those things. Did you like the script? Was it as soon as you started filming it, you thought we've got a real good story here?
You know, we had Sarah Phelps. You know, we were following her lead very much, and she's very successfully adapted Agatha Christie, and Dickens' work and stuff. And then we had, you know, Saul Dibb was one of our directors, and there was just an incredible team of people behind it. So when we got the scripts, I mean, me and Sarah have been talking about this, that so much of the work is actually done for you in the quality of the writing. So when we came to film, we were 7 months in Belfast, which was an interesting time, you know, especially when you're dealing with some material of this nature. But we actually just found it such a kind of exciting, creative process the whole way through.
And this, as far as I understand, is what two of the books sort of merged into one, is it?
Exactly.
Did you read the books beforehand?
When I got the part, I think we both ordered the books immediately.
Yeah.
We didn't have a huge amount of time.
No.
Unfortunately.
Must read quickly.
Yeah.
And they're at the same time.
They're pretty big novels as well, actually.
And so the likenesses follows my storyline, or Cassie's storyline. So that arrived first for me, which was quite good, because it's like a Dear Diary, basically. It's like the best biography you can read of a character. So yeah.
An entire novel told from your character's perspective is very useful.
Yeah, kind of
when you're-
useful, isn't it?
Yeah.
So tell us about the two characters. You're both detectives.
Both detectives, Cassie and Rob. Yeah, they're thick as thieves. They're brilliant at their job and like the kind of keeper of each other's secrets.
That's the best way to possibly. When it comes to I'm like, when I was 14, I read Albert Camus' The Outsider, and I thought maybe. Whereas with Sarah, it's like they're the keeper of each other's secrets. You know, that's the perfect kind of quick shorthand to describe the two characters.
And it's got, I mean, there are, so you look at sort of detective history, there's classic duos, aren't there? And there's instantly, after we've just watched one episode, but instantly after that, you're sort of thinking that there's a, you know, and it could continue for quite some time. There's a really interesting relationship between the pair of you, Sarah.
Well, it's kind of unspoken, I suppose. And the first thing that Sarah Phelps wrote was that opening sequence where they don't speak to each other at all, and it's kind of more about their body language and the trust they have with each other. So yeah, it was. Yeah, we were, as Killian said, we were just following her brilliant writing and made our job really easy.
I think it's so easy for us to give it away, but you know, I think as Sarah pointed out, there's a lot of, you can see the closeness of the relationship in a certain capacity to work silently together. And I think, you know, the two characters are they're both extremely good at what they do. It's a very difficult and dark kind of job. Film it for so long and you get so heavily involved. It's difficult to then become an audience as such. You're always at a certain remove. So you just rely on what people are telling you around you that they think hopefully
Because
it's
it's got a bit of, I was trying to describe it, it's got a bit of a sort of gothic-y feel to it, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah Phelps talks about that a lot. It's got a hint of the modern Gothic, which comes a lot from Tana's work on the novels. You know, it was a quality that Sarah wanted to keep as intact as possible, because there is a sort of superstitious element and the feeling that the woods are alive in a way, and that Rob and Cassie are both they've both got kind of demons on their shoulders that they're kind of running from, but the demons are beginning to sort of catch up in a way.
It's sort of spooking me, to be honest with you, having seen it.
I'm spooking myself, actually, quickly.
And what's it like going back to Ireland filming as well?
Yeah, I love it.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love
it's
it.
like the best cruise in the world. We're not being biased, but it's true. Everyone says it. They're brilliant.
You know, because we had the luck of, you know, Belfast is where Game of Thrones filmed for
So are there a lot
long,
of the
so-
same crew?
Yeah.
So some of the best talent and crew has been cultivated over the last decade, and then Line of Duty and other really big shows. So we were just it was an embarrassment of riches, really, the whole thing. And Ireland, it's wonderful to be to film back home. It really is.
You say you're going to watch it together. Will you be, so much of these dramas now these days, it's unfolding on social media at the same time. Will you be Will you be keeping an eye on that as well, Sarah?
No, I won't. No. No, because like for every good comment, there's going to be someone say something nasty, and so I'm just better off not looking at it.
I know
like
it's
that.
early
So
days, but you know, you make a great pair. You know, is there going to be another series? She asked
Well, there's
straight up.
8-9 books, so
There's a lot of books, yeah.
The characters change, don't they? And
Yeah,
each-
it follows a
but
different detective.
Obviously, in TV, you can do whatever you like. But that,
Yeah, exactly. But Tom Vaughan Lawler, who plays Frank in the show, he becomes another one of the prominent characters, and I think the next novel is sort of from his perspective. So there's really a lot that they can do with it. So hopefully, off the back of the next 4 weeks, we'll see what happens. You know?
Anyway, it's really excellent. You've slightly spooked me, the pair of you.
In a good way, Andrew.
Yeah.
It is really.
You're both terrifying.
And it's just I just love the relationship. It's absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. Dublin Murders, BBC One tonight, for those who haven't seen it, 9 p.m. And then also tomorrow, of course, if you want to catch up, you'll be able to watch it on the iPlayer as well.
That is it.